What's up, family? Thanks again for joining me on Blessed and Highly Flavored. Today we are going to be making an off the hook clam chowder, my favorite soup of all time. So here we have our ingredients for our quick and easy, delicious clam chowder. So we have 6 cans of clams and clam juice. We were able to get 3 cups of clam juice from these cans, so that's what we're going to be using for our clam stock. We also have half and half. We're going to use about 2 quarts of that. We also have 2 potatoes, well, 2 cups of potatoes, should I say, diced, kind of half-inch cubes. I use Idaho potatoes. And also we have 1 cup of onions diced and 1 cup of celery diced. We have a tablespoon of parsley chopped, 2 cloves of garlic, salt and pepper to taste, a little bit of butter, and finally we have 5 pieces of bacon. So that's all our ingredients for this really good clam chowder. It's going to be really easy, so let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to cook is the bacon, and we're going to put it in a hot pan. Go ahead and put all of them in there just like that. And we're just going to basically cook them as if we were cooking bacon to eat for breakfast. We're just going to cook them down, and basically the fat from that and the salt is going to add so much flavor to the clam chowder. So here is our rendered bacon drippings. I'm going to add just a little bit of butter, about a tablespoon, and that's just to get this roux started. And traditionally, a lot of people don't actually make a roux for clam chowder, but I like it because it's almost like making gumbo. Like anytime I have to make a stew, I like to make a roux with it. It kind of just rhymed. And also, you know what, I forgot to let you guys know that I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour. So in a hot pan, I just go ahead and throw the flour in. And we're just going to cook it until it's like golden brown. And what that's going to do is going to be also a thickener, not only for the flavor, but also a thickener for our clam chowder. So this looks really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add our potatoes first. For 2 cups. Mix that up. Oh man, this smells good. So we cooked the potatoes for about just 3 to 4 minutes, and then now we're going to go ahead and add our other vegetables, which are the onions and the celery. Mix it up in there. We're going to cook this together for about 10 minutes until the onions kind of just get tender, as well as the celery. Now let's add a little bit of salt and pepper, just to taste. Like that. And then we can add as we go, because you know, we cook and we taste. We cook and we taste, and so we can add more. We can never subtract, but we could always add. It's good. So now we can go ahead and add our clam stock. We're going to cook that for about 20 minutes until the potatoes are still kind of firm, yet are getting a little softened. Because the last thing you want also is to make mashed potatoes. So go ahead and put our clam. First cut. Second. So this is altogether 3 cups of clam stock. Looks good. Oh, you know what? Also our garlic. Forgot about that too. We should actually mix that in with the vegetables, but hey, you could always pop it in there. So we'll go ahead and bring this to a simmer. Not to a boil, but to a simmer. And what's happened is going to thicken because of that roux, and also potatoes will be just perfect. Actually a little firm, so that we can add our cream, and then our clams, parsley, and bam, we're done. That easy. Before we add our cream, I want to add another thing that I totally forgot to mention: 2 bay leaves. We're just gonna go ahead and pop them up in there and fish them out when it's done. All right, now we can add our parsley. And I just reserve some on the side so I can just sprinkle some on when it's finished, so it looks all nice. See how it's getting thicker? Looks good. All right, now we can add equal parts of half and half. So 3 cups. We put 3 cups of clam juice. Now we're going to put 3 cups of half and half. Let's go ahead and pour that in. This is the healthy part. I don't think there's really a healthy part this whole time. Just like that. I'm gonna let that simmer up, and then while that's simmering up for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our clams, and then that's it. And then let it kind of flavors melt together. You got an off the hook clam chowder. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Now let's go ahead and add the last thing, which is our clams. So we have 6 cans. You can go to Costco and get a big, huge can. That's what I usually do. But I was near Safeway, so let's go ahead and mix it up. That's looking pretty good. It's not as thick as I like to be, so there's actually a trick that I could show you to make it a little thicker. We're just going to take a little bit of flour, add a little bit of butter, and then just pop it in there, and then it will dissolve, and it will be the perfect thickness. Just add a little bit of parsley on top. And that's it. Oh man. You gotta try this. I know you'll love this soup. Thank you again for joining me on Blessed and Highly Flavored. Take care and God bless.